everyone. I have always loved reading. I remember the first time I read my first chapter book, it was like a whole new world got opened up for me. I was so excited and I just wanted to read everything that I got my hands on. So today I'm going to be sharing some of my favorite preteen books recommendations. This can be good if you're a mom who has a preteen age person who is just looking for some good, clean, wholesome, fun books for your preteen to read. This is probably geared more towards girls because obviously I am a girl and I liked girl type of books. But some of these might be universal. That's up to you and your child, obviously. But I'm going to share some of my favorite preteen book recommendations. Starting off so strong, okay? Ramona and Beezus, Beverly Cleary books. They capture a child's imagination in a way that pretty much no other children's book does, I swear. It's just about a normal girl who just gets into all of these real world type problems, you know? And she goes to school, she's making mistakes, and it's hilarity mixed with life lessons that are relatable to our kids of our day and age. And so these books are so great. They cover life issues in a subtle enough way where it also can be funny. So these are great. I would definitely recommend these books. There's a whole series, so this is only one of them. Okay, another series book. The first book is called A Horse for Kate. There's a whole series of them. These, especially if you have a girl or a boy, but especially a girl who's like horse obsessed like I was as a preteen, these are really good. So basically, it's just about a girl who's horse obsessed and she's on her journey to like have her own horse. But, you know, she also has a crush and there's a little teeny taste of romance in there that was just enough and was just enough of a level to quench my interest in romance at this age, but didn't go too far and it wasn't too little. It was just great. So I would recommend these books. There is a whole series. They're by Marilee Farrell. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but she has a really nice way of writing. And like I said, it's a great mix of horse stuff, romance stuff, friendship, school. These are great. Another book, this is actually one that I read for school as a kid, and this captured my imagination so much. This one is called The Apprentice. I think a lot of like homeschoolers would probably know this book, but basically it's about an apprentice, a painter apprentice. He's apprenticed to a painter. So the master above him is like not a very nice guy, but he learns a secret. And this is kind of like a mystery book, and there's a lot of mystery and intrigue, and basically there's some pictures in here. It keeps it interesting. This is a really good book. I would recommend this one. Okay, this is a little bit of a heavier book, a little bit of a heavier genre of book, but all of the Dear America books, also if you hear my baby in the background, he's fine, don't worry. The Dear America books are so good. All of them are so good. I've read so many of them. But by far my favorite one is The Coal Miner's Bride. It is about Anetka. She immigrates here from Poland, and it's basically just her life trying to adjust to living in America, in the mines. It's really hard. You know, she's a child bride but she's actually in love. There's a boy who escorts her to America, and she kind of is she's really in love with him. His name is Leon, but she's married to this coal miner. There's a tragedy. So much romance in this book. It's kind of like a coming of age type of book. There's a little bit more mature topics in here, but as a preteen, I loved this book. And it never went too far, but there was quite a bit of romance, and it was enough to be on the edge of my seat so much. So this is an amazing book, an amazing series. Check these out, especially for preteen girls, like I said. All right, the next book I'm going to talk about is Robin Hood, but made Marian. This one specifically, there's so many like this, but this one's by Elsa Watson. But this is a great book. Again, there's a little bit mature themes in here, but great for a preteen. And if you like Robin Hood, you like mystery, and you're interested in like Maid Marian and her romance with Robin Hood, this one's really good. So I actually just read this one a couple of years ago with my fiance. We were on vacation, Christmas break from college, and we just needed like a mindless book. And we'd sit in front of the fireplace at night after dinner and we would read this book together. And it was just like a fun, chill little activity, but great book, would recommend. All right, this book, if you like Anne of Green Gables, which I don't have one of those books with me here, but the Anne of Green Gables series, yes, 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 yes. There's everything in those, okay? There's romance, mystery, sweet friendships, school dynamics. It's amazing. So definitely Anne of Green Gables. Get Anne of Green Gables. It is relatable, it is funny, it is sweet. And she has literally been one of my favorite book and movie characters ever. I walked down the aisle at my wedding to the theme song from the original Anne of Green Gables movie. So I am very much a fan. Anyways, but a little spin-off of that is this book, Marilla of Green Gables. This tells Anne's adoptive mother Marilla's story. And this is a beautiful book. I love how it's written. I love the storyline. There's a little bit of romance in there. There's tragedy. It's a deep book, but in a very age-appropriate way. And preteen girls, read this book. So Marilla of Green Gables, beautiful. This book actually has my heart in a special way. I read this with a few of my nieces and nephews during a really hard time of life, and I voiced all the different characters, and we made a hard time into a fun time. Like, it was a way to escape a hard time in our lives. And it's called Hope Was Here by Joan Bauer, and it's basically just about a girl. So she's always moving around, but she gets into this new town and they're kind of settled down there, and she ends up getting into like the politics of the town, and she's interested in that. And then she kind of has a little bit of romance with one of the short order cooks. But this book is like comedy relief while also having deep topics in it. Amazing for a preteen girl. So Hope Was Here. And last, but certainly not least, is another horse book. This is Krista's Luck. I read this one. This was one of the very first horse books that I think I read as a young preteen. And this one was super fun because it was a girl who's like growing up on a ranch, and she had her own horse and she could just like go out riding. And it was like my dream as a preteen girl. It was like, this is what I want. I want to be able to just like go out to the barn and get my horse out and like go for a ride. Anyways, but this has romance. This has, you know, a little bit of a difficult dynamic with sisters. If you know, you know, sisters can be really hard sometimes. But it is a very special book. It's special to my heart, and it ends up being about Mustangs. There are these wild Mustangs that the town is trying to like round up. She kind of gets into the like, I need to save them situation. So this is a great book. Okay, so those are just a few of my recommendations of like books I loved as a kid, but I definitely could do more videos of books that I loved as an older person, like as a teenager, or books that I'm loving now. So let me know if you enjoyed this video and if you would like more, and definitely drop your recs below as well. And I'll see you next time. Bye.